Stadium in Miami, Florida. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
How many you want?
Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 36-yard line.
They've got a man in motion. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Escapes a defender. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Play action with Richardson. He rolls to his right. His first throw is an interception. And the Dolphins have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Juke the defender. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Ferguson's got it. Complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Richardson on 4th down. Escapes the pocket. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
That's on me.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa.
Oh!
Really fired that one, but they couldn't
That was a
connect.
pick six. Come on, bro.
Nearly an interception on that play, and now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They send a man in motion. Now Tagovailoa on 4th. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB's still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Option give to Taylor. And he's brought down after a short gain. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Receiver in motion, going left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's going to be 4th and short. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Taken in by Smith. On the move, past the 40. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. Tagovailoa on 1st down. He's got Smith. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Miami. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're gonna catch
Let's
him.
go.
Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
I didn't know I was alive.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Has this at the 6. Trying to reverse it on the kick return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
I did not know I was alive until
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tua out of the pistol. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd down carry for Achane. He's out in the clear. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. This one's taken in by Hill. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Achane on the inside give. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. A-chain again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Hey, 21 cheering. Number 1, high. Whoa. Check. 21G, 21G.
Here's Tua. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throw here from Richardson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He's on the move. He's keeping it. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Dolphins got it. And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff.
That's crazy, man.
He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Absolutely.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rolling from the pistol, Richardson gets everything he has under this throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Taylor trying the left side. He's got the 1st and more past the 40. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts make it a 1-score game before halftime. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. 1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. This finds Smith. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Not 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa. Has a man. It's Achan. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Achan reels it in. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Logan Wilson has it. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets it off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt.
He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts tie this game at 21. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Caught, nice gain left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Come on, two. Hey. Watch it, Oscar.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Able to find Achan.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set, first and 10. Here's Richardson. Pass caught along the sideline by Mitchell. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Richardson now on first and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. On target to Downs. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Forced out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
He's got he's got it at the 30. And they take him down right along the 30. Offense set for a first and 10. Now a toss play, Taylor. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Working quickly here. They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. He has the first down to the 10. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
Dolphins 24.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Starting from the 5. Here's a reverse. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Your leader. What to do?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Tempo 3. Ready.
Second half begins with a run by Achan. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. The play
How you doing? Do you think it? What it do? You ain't got time to wait. You need to come on.
Good Wilson. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. 2 now from the gun. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Tagovailoa finds a seam down the middle, and he's able to take this one down to the 25. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Achan on the toss right, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Flush down out to his left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
You ain't say nothing?
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
It's a loss of 9. Now 2nd and goal.
Set.
At the 16-yard
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
All right, fellas, listen up. Solo left Zion. Hey, 21 T. Come on, high.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down.
Come on.
And in for the Miami touchdown. The impact this guy's had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
What it do? I'm back and forth battle. This is my first time playing with the coach.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
First half was horrible. But still,
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
2 plays.
The Colts take a lead just before the end of the 3rd.
Just like that.
It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the PAT try coming
That
up.
boy's a cheat code. You hear me?
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
This is a fresh cut right there. Why would you turn it?
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
Play man, but I'm
Drive
play
starts out with a 1st and 10.
You play over the top. I'm not gonna pass this. I think he's gonna run.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Trying for the deep ball. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. He's got Smith. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Quay Walker.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
21G, 21G. Hey,
They just get the play off. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th.
We're down 27, 7 at one point.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Tua out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They motion the tight end over. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Hey! Watch it, Oscar.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On first down, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. He's in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts now lead by 10. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Down 14 at one point.
That one right down the middle.
3 to get in the half.
And the Colts drive their lead to 11.
Not about how you start. How you finish. I was down 21-7. At one point, my only touchdown came from a kickoff return.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Oh, snap, I need to be about to study. Zoom.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So that brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Ready, son? Hey, hey.
Throwing again here on second. Tagovailoa. He puts everything behind this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
All right, let's continue your next question. After their victory at
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Israelites was allowed to take the small
Here's Tua. He's trying to go deep again. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
And this one does not go far. Offense up to the line fast. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And no turnover, it's gonna stay with the offense.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make...
Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. This is caught. Jukes one defender. And the fake works to perfection. First down.
Everybody needs a good emergency quarterback, and I think this team just found their man. Seems like a call they had confidence in, no question about it. And what a perfect moment to call it.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. Working quickly here. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Throw caught at the 6. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Straight ahead with Taylor. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Colts getting closer to their 10th win of the season. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Play action with Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him again. And the pressure drives them backwards. And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field.
Okay, let's go to the answer. False. Not because of their weaponry, but it was called God. Joshua 7. Let's go to that. Verse 10. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou upon that place? Remember, they had sinned, and now God is giving him a commandment or whatever to
30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Almost there. True or false? The Israelites were defeated twice at Ai before God gave them the victory. All right.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They'll get this one to Watkins. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. A give left side to Taylor. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Gotta hurry this to the line. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Fourth and forever coming up. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He finds him beyond the marker. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm.
He came from you.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. Oh, some trickery here on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No, go put it back. You don't need to eat food for real, but you want to eat some freaking candy.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Deep drop this time. And they pick him off again! Kenny Moore with the pick. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's...
Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts put up even more points in a win. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts grow their lead yet again.
Dolphins 31.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Finds a seam down the middle. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Colts pick it up. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out.